You seem to hold a blind eye to the corruption that Len Wood was involved with. Something to do with his son. I told you to look it up on public record. It's on public record. Not only the discrimination that he was involved with in that department, it was what do you call it? Continuous. It wasn't one text message. This is a bigger thing. But because you're a good old boy, you must be, because you voted for Wood. Because he's in there and he's from Coweta for a long time and talks like a pile.
I was born in Noonan, went to Noonan High School.
What the hell has he done for this county? The crime is up, baby.
Yeah.
Up. Okay? Population's up. That means you got to hire more law enforcement.
Exactly.
I have not seen any patrol cars coming in and out of my neighborhood for over 10 years.
Yeah.
Basically since Yeager took over.
Yeah.
I would say. And Wood was...
And it has nothing to do with population because Mayor Rudolph Giuliani cleaned up New York City, did he not?
Yes.
8 million people.
Well, I mean, if he wants to throw that
the population thing in. That's what I'm saying.
Gross.
It's leadership.
Well, that's why it's leadership and you hire more patrol, more law enforcement then. All right? They didn't do that.
Duh.
They didn't beef anything up. Who the hell knows what other dirt that wasn't publicized?
I said the deep state.
Over one thing. And wait a second.
The good old boy system ain't gonna look up.
Even if you didn't want to vote for Doug Jordan, what about Callaway? He was a better man. The only two that sucked, S-U-C-K, on that forum and as running for candidate was Collins and Wood. Okay, you got it? So you are a good old boy if you voted and sticking up for him. And I told you to do your research. Nobody did their research to see. You did it after the fact, because I said that in my last comment. And so you ran and looked up Doug Jordan and how he was involved in a text message of a racist slur. Okay? That's when you looked it up. Otherwise, you didn't bother, and if you did vote, you voted for Wood without doing any research
Just
on the other
good old boy.
So you are a good old boy. I'm sorry. I love your columns, and I love your craftsmanship, but you're a good old boy, Greggy, and you're politically correct, and you couldn't run because you're not holier than thou. You couldn't run even if you are holier than thou. You have no background experience in anything with the government being a sheriff. That's why you couldn't run. Okay? Let's get that clear. It's not only because you're claiming because you're not holier than thou and you did the same thing. That's just a cop-out.
All right, it's going too long.
All right? I gotta go because I have other things to do. And after everything's said and done, I may want you to still build a column, huh? I don't know.
Separating the truth from the lies. Coming at you from underneath the Noonan, Georgia chemtrailed sky. You're about to receive a dose of the shock treatment. Well, well, well. What do we have here, Mr. Mims? What do we have here? Everybody who didn't vote for Doug Jordan. What is this? What have I stumbled upon here from the Onion? I'm at Noonan Times Herald. Former Coweta County Sheriff Office employee suing for what? Discrimination. Oh, my. Do tell. We were fair. Who was casting the stones and saying, the reason why they didn't vote for Doug Jordan is because, I don't know, some text, probably fake news a couple of years ago, because they always go after the good guy. They go after the good guy. It's, the media is owned 90% by libtards. Everybody knows that. So if they do a hit piece on someone, just like they done on the Doctor of Common Sense, and he hit back, Microsoft LSD. They did the same thing to Doug Jordan, trying to smear the guy. I mean, who among us hasn't said anything? Are you going to tell me one of these never said a certain N word? Are you saying they never did? Well, what's going on here? It says of racial discrimination, folks. A former sergeant in the Coweta County Sheriff's Office is moving forward with a lawsuit accusing high-ranking officials of racial discrimination. The plot thins. But still, Coweta County voted for establishment, even though there's a lawsuit. Was Doug Jordan sued? No. But these people are being, is that what it says? Or am I seeing things? I'm rubbing my eyes right now, folks, of racial discrimination. Let's see, who are 3 lucky individuals? Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. Oh lordy. Really? Did Coweta turn a blind eye to this too? See, this just goes to show you, folks, ain't no one perfect, alright? You're going to tell me that no one's ever said a bad word. No one's ever said something about someone. Or maybe a group of people. Never. Come on. We're not dealing with Mother Teresa's here. We're not dealing with saints. Alright? We're not dealing with perfect people. There's no such thing. Everybody has a skeleton. Everybody said something. Everybody's done something wrong in their time. We're all sinful creatures. Alright? So you're going to tell me that the reason why, I wouldn't run for sheriff having said that. I mean, then crawl into your hole. I mean, everybody's done something bad. It's whether or not did they dig stuff up on those other employees, huh? And for this to come out, someone had to bring a lawsuit about him. But what other stuff is lurking around in the background? I just wonder. I don't know. But everybody's made mistakes. Everybody. But the question is, did they dig up those mistakes from 1929? Did they dig up those sins? Did they dig up those texts? Did they dig up those conversations of what someone might have said, or has said, I should say? It doesn't sound like it. But this came out because someone is suing them for what appears to be a case of racial discrimination. All right? It's right here in the paper, folks. Right here. Paper, come get your paper. Have you heard it? Have you read it in the news? This was just recently. So Coweta County went for this. It seems like they just turned a blind eye. So it appears that Coweta County turned a blind eye to that, right? How convenient. So let's get this record straight then, folks. Nobody's perfect. Everybody has a skeleton in the closet. Everybody said something. Who among you have not been prejudiced at one point or another? I mean, people are prejudiced in nature. You like strawberry over grape, all right? You like the Pepsi over aborted baby cell flavored Coca-Cola, or is it vice versa? I can't keep up with it. You like, Del Taco over Taco Bell. Well, that makes you a prejudiced person, doesn't it? Oh, you discriminate. You're very discriminate in what things you like to eat and drink. Well, don't you think people get like that with other people? Of course they do. That's just part of human nature. So don't judge a man based on his text message. Judge a man by the content of his character and what he's going to do for the community. You, as far as I'm concerned, Coweta County, by not voting for Doug Jordan, who's backed by Sheriff Arpaio, America's toughest sheriff, you have literally sold the county out. All right? You voted for someone apparently embroiled in a lawsuit of discrimination. The very thing some of you out there claim, that's why you didn't vote for Doug. I mean, you can't have it both ways, folks. So that makes you hypocrites then, huh? That's what we're dealing with. We're dealing with hypocrites. Well, go figure. Those of us who voted for Trump at the time, we didn't elect a saint. What he said sounded good, all right? So we voted for him, what he stood for. And that's why you should have voted for Doug Jordan, because he would have, you see this stuff right here is what you would have seen this on steroids, all right? But on top of that, he would be proactive. I already went over all the good reasons, so you blew it. So we got to wait another year and a half here in our neighborhood to get any police presence, provided Doug Jordan gets elected finally, and if you come to your senses and wake the heck up. All right? I don't want to hear it anymore. I really don't. There's no reason you should have voted for the same old. Just a good old boy. I hear reasons. Hey, I went to high school with him. He aced me to vote for him, so I'm going to vote for him. I didn't find out about Doug Jordan until after I committed my votes. And well, you could have went to the voting booth and pressed Doug Jordan. That guy would have been none the wiser. All right. So these are lame old, same old 1950, 1920 old, good old boy, old school, voting for the person you know, sticking to the devil you know, because they're friends with you or the family, or you know, they go to church with you. Hey, he goes to church with me. That's not a reason to vote for someone, jackass. Everything that Doug Jordan stood for is what we needed. All right? Period. End of story. End of story. And looks like the current guy is embroiled in a lawsuit. It looks like, according to the New Times Herald. All right? We would have residential patrols, but you blew it. And that kind of pisses me off because we need it here in our community. I want to know what the hell is going on. I see certain signs and I don't like them. Certain things going on. And, you know, now I got to wait to get Doug Jordan in 2020. All because you voted for the same old, same old. I'm not saying these other guys weren't nice, but the best choice was Doug Jordan, and you freaking fell down on the job. You blew it. Over a stupid text message? Over two of them? Who cares? Who cares? All right? What does he stand for? What can he do for the county? I met the guy. He's not a racist. All right, Jerky? Everybody said something racist at one point or another. What kind of a hypocrite are we? All right? So don't be scared to run for office. They're going to dig it up if they want to dig it up. Look at all the dirt on Hillary. Look, the friggin' left didn't dig that crap up. They didn't want to. It's the right that dug it up, all right? That did the investigate Project Veritas and such, and Julian Assange. All right, so, you know, the good old boy system's not going to undermine the good old boys that they want to put in, that they want in office. So, of course, they didn't go looking at any messages the current guy in office, the sheriff, has ever said. They didn't investigate has he ever said a racist thing. I don't know if he hasn't, but... You know, most people have. I mean, nobody's perfect. Nobody's a saint. I mean, the skeleton, everybody has a certain skeleton in the closet. A certain thing they don't want to come out or be harped on, all right? Where they could twist it, make you look even worse, make you look like a real bad guy. Everybody has that. But they didn't go looking for that, for the big thumbs up Collins guy. Did they? I don't know. I didn't hear it. Unless they're saints. We were dealing with saints? St. Collins, St. Wood, and St. Callaway, right? And the only bad guy was supposedly Doug Jordan. No, he was a badass guy that should have been elected, and you blew it. The current guy's embroiled in a lawsuit. That's the one I know of that's public and made in the New York Times. Wonder what else is going on behind the scenes. We'll find out next year and a half, I guess. Something will pop up. But, you know, I'm sure they're all nice guys. We're talking about the community. What's best for the community was Doug Jordan. So if the current guy was voted in, knowing that just a few months before, he was, you know, him and some others were accused of racism, within the Sheriff's Department, that's the kind of corruption Doug Jordan wants to nip in the bud in the Sheriff's Department. But it's not going to happen because, guess what? Congratulations, you didn't vote Doug Jordan in. I hope you learned your lesson, Coweta County. Quit being a hypocrite. Do the right thing. Next time, 2020, Doug Jordan. Or you're already kissing the county goodbye, but you got a year and a half to stop the madness and stop the crime. Vote Doug Jordan 2020 or say hello to New Clayco. And once again, that's your fault. Just like this election was. Unbelievable, man. Freaking hypocrites. Until next time, you receive the shock treatment. Unbelievable.